All right, so welcome to the exchange. So, first and foremost, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to give you my opinion on what I see in the stock markets. Looking to the left to see what has happened, then looking to the right to see what may happen. Do your own due diligence. Make sure you invest money in things you know about. If you don't know, invest in yourself and learn. That's the best way you can make money out here and have some security in these markets. So, let's look at what happens to stock markets so we can get a better idea and some security in exchange. Welcome to the Exchange Show.
All right, welcome to the exchange. So here we go. We're talking about the SPY. We're currently in a sell. So I did enter into a sell position on an option. So I have a put option out for SPY right now. I wanted to get the entry here, right in this area, but I missed it. I missed it because I was like working because I still have a job and everything. So I wanted to enter here at 556. I ended up getting in down here at this resistance area around 550, 549 around that area. So I'm up in the option as it is right now. I want to see if it's going to bounce though. So Monday morning, I do need to watch this carefully. If it bounces up, I do have some time on it. I'm not going to be too concerned because I am still under two of my favorite moving averages, but I haven't crossed. So when the 9 crosses the 14, it usually, confirms a good movement either up or down. And I also have a sell signal, but my target is really right here. That's my target, 542. If I can get there, hopefully in the next 10 days, I am good to go. I don't have nothing to worry about. So essentially, I'm doing all right. My put is slightly in profit. So I'd rather be in the green than in the red. But I would like Monday to be another down day. Uh, there are some orders definitely down here waiting. So if I get to the 546s area, like right here, yeah, 547 slash the 546, high 546s, if I get a good bounce at that area, I may just close it for the profit I have. So that's what I think about the SPY, continuation down on a daily time frame. And the place I'm looking for it to hit is the 542 area here. If it breaks 542, which it should, I'm really hoping it does because I would love to see this gap get filled before we take off. So let's just do a quick measurement of where we're at. We have a breakdown currently of 2.98%, aka 3%. If we fill this gap, that'll give us 5%. Now, essentially, what I'm looking for though is the following. If you do your history, you look back, pullbacks on the SPY. Let's see how much further down here. Around here. Pullbacks on the SPY can be anywhere from 3 to 6% generally. I would look for a break of the 3%. I would love to see a 6% pullback. That will give us a big window for a huge push forward of 12%. A 12% push if you're playing options, especially if you're playing like good, like not out of like super out of the money, but say you just hit your strike price right here as the last high. So just put it at 565 or 564, and you get a start at it down here around 528. That's going to be 6% up at that point. So there. Then if we continue up, where would the 12% be? Right around 592. So my highest take profit that I have so far is at 584. So if we get a 6% pullback, I may do some strike prices for the last high at 564. And then just, far out as I can get, I may get one. Well, no, it's gonna be a downturn for a little bit. So I need to see the 6% pullback, and then I'll make a decision once I get down here of what the next play would be. So let's talk about Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin so far is doing everything we're asking it to do. Let's turn some of this stuff off. There we go. So we had a breakdown of price. We broke the channel. We're out. We had an entry down here at 56,000. We're currently at 67,000. $10,000 move from where we wanted to get in at. I did get in. I actually got in around here. at 61,000, 60,000 area, but I use the ETF BITO. So if you're looking to play Bitcoin, but you really don't want to get into um, crypto, I just don't like dealing with the platforms with crypto. I'd rather deal with just what I like using. So I currently am using that as a way to play it, which is an ETF. So I currently got in here with a play in BITO. And I did an option on that with I think their strike prices are, I want to say that strike price is $28 for them, but I'll go over that as well. Uh, so far, that has been doing outstanding. I am very happy with it. I'm looking once again for it to hit the supply zone up here around 70,000, 71,000. When I get there, I may decide to cut a majority of that play because I do have multiple contracts in it, but I may allow that to run a little bit further. So what do I have above that? Above that, 77,000. So I may cut, I think I have 3 contracts in that. So if I cut 2, I'll let one run to 77,000 if it does appear to still be bullish after it breaks 70,000. So that's what I got for Bitcoin. Let's talk about Tesla. All right. So Tesla wants to break down, but here's the thing. This gap here may get filled. Is another question of the gap here down here to 210 to 212 or 213 to the 218 area. But this gap here around 232, if this gets filled and then you see a pop up, man, look, it's most likely going to go past 263. All right. The next area we got up here is 293. So about a couple weeks ago, we went over this and we did exactly what we wanted to do. Outstanding job. We were only looking at 208. It popped past 208, went to our next area, 232. Outstanding. This is what you need to look at. You have a downtrend, right? If you see this downtrend broken to the upside, you may have a bullish flag. So if we looking to do a bullish play on Tesla, we want this to be true. Here's our flagpole. Then we have our flag, a break to the upside. All right, so if that's how it plays, we're going to be outstandingly good. Let's make sure we have everything marked out the way we want it. You could do wicks to wicks. You can do a body. It don't matter. As long as you have a channel here, does it break your channel to the up or downside? Currently, we're in this downward channel. I would like to see it do this and break right out and go up. Generally, you'll see Tesla run during the summer, so this would go with the narrative of running up. If it fills this gap at 232 and then grabs the order it needs, that'd be great. But do not be surprised if it does one of these. Comes down here real quick, fills that gap, and then continues up. So, bullish on Tesla? Yes, I am. Remember, the channel can continue down, fill all the way here, and then go up too. But I'm still bullish on Tesla, even though it has a downward turn for the last couple of days. I'm still liking it. All right, so let's talk about. Let's see. We did that, and that. Oh, if you hadn't heard, there was this thing that happened this week. So let's talk about CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike, CrowdStrike, CrowdStrike. Cheese and crackers. So let's just state the obvious. There was a gap here to here. Essentially, a lot of this gap has been filled. There's little tiny ones there, but yeah, this one is going to be good. You got another gap here. Essentially the same price size as well. Now that's to the downside. So what we're going to do, we're going to do some quick charting. Where do we want to see things? If it continues down, you may see it come to here. There's also a small gap here. If you look at the 260, 262, well, sorry, 261s to the 265s, there's a gap there. If it continues down, it may fill there. So let's make sure we know about it. We might be able to play that. Also, no, need to make that a little bit smaller. Cool. We got some more support and resistance areas there. Let's name that one as well. Yeah, currently at this area, this could be considered a resistance or a support. And I named those backwards. My apologies. So that's a resistance. These right here are supports. There you go. So I would love to see it come down to this 260 area because it's a coinciding support with a gap. In between these, you got some. You got an area that had been touched twice on a daily time frame and had a lot of orders rejected. So right there, that could also be a good support. So CrowdStrike going to the downside has a couple areas support at 290, 273, and 260. And looking to the upside, I mean, you can see clearly you have like here, 337, 358, and of course it pretty much started as distribution up here in this area. So 392. So CrowdStrike, depending on how it's going to continue, it looks like it's just going to sell off a little bit more because it was a mean sell signal that happened on the 11th of July. So if you had entered on the 11th of July, you would have made a ton of money. So if you notice, we hit the 200-day moving average. If it breaks the 290 to the downside, look for it to fill that gap, most likely to 260. So keep your eye on CrowdStrike. That could be a moneymaker going up to the top side. At least fill this gap up to the 100-day moving average to 337. So there you go for this week. That's what we got. Good luck. Hope your portfolio stay green and good luck out in the markets. Take your time. Hope you learn how to wait for that win. See you next week on the exchange.